Ooh, yeah. It's Auntie Mickey's house. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Auntie Mickey's house. Auntie's house. You're in the house. You know you're in the house. Come on in and grab a seat, grab a seat. Come on in and hit that light, hit that light. Oh, you're Aunt Mickey's house. Yeah. Auntie Mickey's house. Grab a seat, prop your feet. Let's sip some tea, sip that tea. Entertainment, news, and spirituality. From the culture to the fun, Auntie sets the tone. Sets the tone. With a laugh and a truth, she holds the throne. She holds the throne, yeah. Auntie Mickey's house. Come on in now. Auntie Mickey's house. Oh, Auntie's house. You're in the house. You know you're in the house. Come on in and grab a seat, yeah, yeah. Come on in and hit that light. Don't forget now. Auntie Mickey's house. She can roast with a smile, drop wisdom too. Break down the headlines, bring it straight to you. Straight to you, baby. Community strong, conversation grown. Grown talk, baby. Auntie Mickey's house. Make yourself at home, yeah. Come together, every voice is heard. Every voice. Respect the vibe, let's share the word. Oh, yeah. From the jokes to the prayers, she keeps it real. Keeps it real. Auntie Mickey's house, that's the deal. That's the deal, baby. Auntie Mickey's house. Auntie's house. Oh yeah. Auntie Mickey's house. Auntie's house. On in the house. You know you're in the house. Come on in and grab a seat. Grab a seat. Come on in and hit the light. Hit the light, hit the light. You're at Auntie Mickey's. Yeah, yeah. Auntie Mickey's house. Auntie Mickey's. Auntie Mickey's house. Auntie Mickey's house. It's Auntie Mickey's house. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Auntie Mickey's house. Auntie's house. You're in her house. You know you're in her house. Come on in and grab a seat. Grab a seat, come on in and hit that light. Hit that light. Oh, you're at Auntie Mickey's. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Auntie's house. Auntie's house. Auntie's house. Grab a seat, drop your feet, let's sip some tea. Sip that tea. Entertainment, news, and spirituality. From the culture to the fun, Auntie sets the tone. With a laugh and a truth, she holds the throne. She holds the throne. Yeah. Auntie's house. Oh, Auntie's house. You know you're in her house. Come on in and grab a seat. Grab a seat, yeah. Come on in and hit that light. Hit that light. Don't forget. She can roast with a smile, drop wisdom too. Break down the headlines, bring it straight to you. Straight to you, baby. Community strong, conversation grown. Don't talk, baby. Auntie Mickey's house. Make yourself at home, yeah. Come together, every voice is heard. Every voice. Respect the vibe, let's share the word. Oh yeah. From the jokes to the prayers, she keeps it real. Keeps it real, keeps it real. That's the deal. That's the deal, baby. Yeah, yeah. Auntie Mickey's house. Auntie's house. Oh yeah. Auntie Mickey's see, come on in and hit that light, hit the light. Oh, you're Auntie Mickey's, yeah. Auntie Mickey's house, Auntie Mickey's house, Auntie Mickey's house. Oh.
Happy Friday, happy Friday, happy Friday. Hallelujah. It's Friday, it's the beginning of the weekend. And I hope you guys are prepared for this upcoming Christmas. I ain't I ain't gonna lie. I ain't bought nan present. I think Uncle understand. Look, we've been together for 43 years. No, 48. My bad. 48 years. And I think we done bought just about anything we could possibly buy for each other. So the fact that we still with each other, that's a present in itself. Ain't that right? Hello, boo-boo. I see you. I see you up there at the top of the list. How are you, sweetheart? I keep hitting this wrong button here. So let me say hello to everybody before I get started. There's my boo thing. Hello, Barbara. How are you, sweetheart? I see Rachel's in the house. Mr. Phillips is in the house. Let me see. Kendra. Hello, Kendra. Camille's in the house. Hello, my love. How are you, love? Millionaire's Cove is here. Taking a roll call. Mr. Phillips, how are you, sweetie? Hello, Discerning Aid. How are you, sweetheart? I have missed you so. I hope you're feeling much better. Absolutely. Let me see, who else? Did I say Rachel earlier? Hello, Rachel. How are you, sweetie? Let me see, who else? This list is getting longer and longer. Hello, Satin Doll. Satin Doll is in the house. Hello, Carmela. How are you, love? LaWanda Jackson's in here. Hello, LaWanda. Millionaire's Cove. Okay, I got you. Who else? 8 with the 24. Hello, nephew. How are you, sweetie? I hope everything is well with you. You gave your girlfriend her present yesterday. I know that's right. Do it early. Get it out the way. You know, Christmas has always been geared toward the kids anyway, but these kids, they getting ridiculous. My grandson handed me a doggone note. I made my list. I'm like, you're 12. What are you doing giving me a list? He had 4 things on that list. I said, oh, that ain't too bad. And then he showed me the prices of these items. I'm like, a hoodie for $250? Have you lost your ever-loving mind? That's right, LaWanda. Socks and underwear. Shit. Hello, Dawn. How are you, sweetie? Yeah, he come handing me a note, a list. And it was, according to him, it was short. And I totaled all this stuff. I'm like, $1,000 worth of stuff. There's 4 things. A pair of sweats to match the hoodie was another $200 or something like that. And then he had 2 pairs of shoes he wanted. So, them things is over $200 and something. I'm like, you got me twisted. Do you realize I got other grandchildren to consider? Really? You are not my only grandchild. Come on now. Let's get with the get right. I said, what you getting me? I don't know. I said, well, you know what? I'll just give you some money. and then you can decide what you're going to do with your money. And you better give me a card. He said your daughter wanted a. Are they out of their mind, nephew? My daughter wanted. My daughter wanted a $400 coat. I asked her, was she drunk? How old is your daughter, 8? These kids ain't got no shame. No shame whatsoever. They will hand you a note, a list, and it looks innocent until you check them prices. Well, these shoes are on StockX. StockX. Oh, no. StockX, wait a minute, look. I'm putting this out there for everybody to hear. If you ever buy stuff for people off of StockX, don't do it no more. I bought that boy a pair of $220 shoes. He wore them 3 times. And on the third wear, they were busting apart. Hi, Retretta. Hello. They were busting apart. I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah, that word only, Rachel. That word only. Oh, it's only $100. Like, where you think $100 is coming from? A only land? Ain't no such a place. Man. Wait a minute. Mr. Phillips, what happened? I done seen some. What happened? What happened, love? Let me go down to the bottom so you can answer me. Man. $400 coat. I'd have asked her more than if she was drunk. Said, baby, have you been seen lately? Have you been to the psychiatrist lately? $400 coat. So what you getting me? A $4.50 card? Oh, I'm so sorry, Mr. Phillips. I'm so sorry. You have my condolences, sweetheart. Bless your heart. It's hard around the holidays to lose family. It really is. Of all the times to lose family members around the holidays, it can be the most devastating. And I'm sorry to hear that, love. You have my condolences. Millionaire's Cove says, my daughter never wants to spend her money, always mine. I told her the bank is closed. Yes. Yep. And see, I have a good excuse. My accounts were compromised last month. So I got the perfect excuse. Mama can't get to the money. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I can't get to it. But, I'll try to help you. My grandson, my oldest grandson, he's starting up. Him and his friends are starting up a little clothing line, right? I'm like, good. That's something special. There's something, you trying to do something. And then he come walking in the house the other night. Mama, I need $400 to. I cut him off from that point. I need $400 was all I heard, and I was like, where your mama at? I know your daddy's not here. That my son is not here, but where your mama at? Have you asked your mama? Have you asked your mother for any money towards your business endeavor? And I love the fact that young people are trying to, do something positive. But why you got to come to us to finance your dreams? Damn. I love them, though. I love the heck out of them. I love all of them. Man, oh man, these kids, Christmas time. Matter of fact, I stopped putting up a tree. I stopped putting up a tree and presents up under the tree because running a daycare, you get other folks' kids in your house. and they have no concept of what don't belong to them. I stopped putting my tree up years ago. They coming in there pulling ornaments off the tree. Ooh, pretty. Pulling ornaments off the tree. But then I had a couple of them actually go up under the tree and start opening presents. I said, no, come get your children. Come get your kids up out of here. Get them up. It doesn't belong to them. Explain to your kids that you don't open other people's stuff. Exactly, LaWanda. Grandparents are always number one. However, grandparents always got the money. I know, huh? Well, right now, Mama is depleted. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. That is my story, and I'm sticking to it. I don't put up no lights. I don't put up no tree. I'll cook. Y'all can come over and eat. Matter of fact, you can take some to-go plates and go home. Take the food home. I don't want to have to put all that food up. Just take all the food you can. Take it away from here. The less work for me and Uncle is the better for us. You know. But I'm really looking forward to the holidays. I really want to think of something for us to do online here. Maybe next week have a little virtual Christmas party or something. So, we can assign who can bring the virtual peach cobbler and who can bring the virtual sweet potato pie and stuff like that. So, put in the chat sometime throughout the show what you want to bring to the virtual party. And we'll have a virtual Christmas party next week, like maybe Wednesday. Because that's Christmas Eve, right? You'll bring a scripture. You'll bring a script. I said sculpture. See, I need somebody give me some new glasses for Christmas. I can't see. I need some new glasses for Christmas. And Merry Christmas to me. Yes, I need a nightbot to deliver the food. That's a good idea, Abe. It really is. I'm going to have to ask Danny how to set that up. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the Christmas holiday coming. We got plans to go meet family at my sister-in-law's house. It's expensive. Oh, never mind. We'll just figure it out. We're going to do it the economical way because I'm not rolling in dough like Danny. I'm not rolling in dough like Danny. Danny got it going on like that. I'm on a budget. I'm on a YouTube budget. Oh my goodness. But anyway, I hope you guys have things lined up with your family that you're gonna have family over, or you're gonna go see family, or whatever you guys decide to do. Just know that this every day of the year is the time to take family and cherish your family, even the ones that get on your nerves. The ones that get on your nerves, you still gotta love them. You still gotta love them, even in their little craziness that they got going on. I was over at Danny's live stream just a few minutes ago before I came here, and I jumped on the phone because they've been talking about another content creator and the lies and stuff that she's been telling. But you still gotta love that person, even in their craziness, even in the lies. You still gotta spiritually love them. You don't have to deal with the BS, but just forgive them for their craziness or whatever kind of lies they telling, and keep it pushing, because the tongue is mightier than the sword. And when you tell lies and stuff about your health for whatever reason that this person did that. If she's lying about her health, you can actually speak that mess into existence. Spiritually, you can speak that mess into existence. Going around telling people you done had a heart attack, or you done flatlined, or stuff like that. Having all these different ailments, and it's not true, and you figure you're getting away with it. You feel you're getting away with it because these people are not physically there to confirm anything. Even the people that you're friends with online, they can't really confirm what you're saying. But the next thing you know, you really are calling 911 because you done spoke that into existence. You can't sit up there and make up lies about stuff like that. God'll get you. God will get you. So you got to be careful. But, we still got to love them. We still got to love them. And, just take it with, you can take it with a grain of salt and say, I'm not going to deal with that no more. You don't have to hold animosity against them, but, they have to be held accountable for what they do. That goes for family as well. Absolutely. Manifesting it. You can speak it so many times that you start believing it in your own crazy head. You start feeling aches and pains you ain't never had because you done spoke it into existence. Satin says, all I wanted for Christmas was Delinda perfume, but Santa says no, he wants $3,000 for a new heating system. Oh my goodness. But y'all know what I'm saying, right? We got to be careful what comes out of our mouth. Make sure that what you're speaking is truth. And how you say it is not as and this is just my own opinion. How you say it is not as important as what you're saying. As long as you telling the truth, you can use 50 cuss words, but if you telling the truth, them cuss words don't mean a thing. If you telling the truth, sometimes we got to work on our potty mouths. I know I do. Yep, the pastor's wife be cussing, but see, you don't see no title in front of my name. When you go into Auntie Mickey's house, it don't say pastor's wife, Auntie Mickey's house. Because them titles mean something. Some of y'all may not know what I'm talking about. I'm thinking about Danny's situation over there. But when you hold a title, that title, especially if it's a spiritual title, you have to understand that you have a certain responsibility to uphold the behaviors of that title. Absolutely, discerning aid. Absolutely. But anyway, I done got all off kilter. So, one more thing though, I may have to shut down a little early tonight because I got to go get my son from the airport. him and my daughter-in-law. So if I shut down a little early, please don't charge it to being lazy. I got family obligations. Yes, that's some scary stuff man, all for attention. And you have to wonder. And I think I'm going to address this issue tonight because in the title you'll see it says update on Nick Reiner case, and then the next topic is the psychosis of social media. There's a certain kind of psychosis that goes along with social media if you allow it to. If you use social media in a sense of, giving out information and whatnot, the black tea sector, the black tea sector, we messy. I don't know how I ended up in it, but we messy. And it can be fun to be messy, but when it becomes an issue of hurting people, When you got people worried about you, that's when you have to take a look at how bad social media can impact the people around you as well as your own mental state. You telling folks you done flatlined and you done had a stroke and all these ailments, and it's a wonder you can walk, baby girl. All these things you talking about you got, and it's like, and then you got your best friend lying for you and all. That's too much. And you hold a title in front of your name that's supposed to exemplify Christ. Yeah. Yes, you're absolutely right, Abe. Some people are addicted to social media, especially YouTube. Jesus Christ. I'm telling you the truth. But I think we're going to talk about that a little bit tonight. But first, let me update you on the recent information that I got off TMZ with regard to Nick Reiner, the young man who... Hold on a minute. Why do you excuse yourself using everyone back then as an excuse? What are you talking about, Luna's Blade? Hold on a minute. Here we go. Vicky, why do you excuse yourself using everyone back then as an excuse? As an excuse for what? Elaborate. What are you talking about? Or are you just in here trying to start some shit? I ain't never seen you here before. Ain't never seen you up in here before. I seen you up in Maggie's chat, but I ain't never seen you up in here before. So what are you talking about? I mean, your fingers cramped now? Say what you got to say, Luna. Why you even over here is beyond me. I don't even deal with your little girl, your God that you worship so much. I don't even deal with that chick anymore. I pay her dust. So what are you over here for? Or did she send you? We were all mods, definitely not doing crack in the 80s. Well, you know what? That's you, Luna. That's you. I'm sure you've been the most exemplary individual your entire life, and you ain't never fucked up before in your life, have you? But see, the difference between you and me is that I'm transparent, and whatever I did wrong in my life, I use it as an example of what not to do. Now you take that back and dig that up and put it in the ground. You guys are so stuck on that crack shit from the 80s. This is 2025. Get a grip. Were you even alive back then? Were you alive? I'm just curious. You might have been. But one thing is for sure, you ain't never walked in my shoes, and I've never walked in yours. I'm not judging a damn thing that you may or may not have done in your life. But what my testimony says for me is to help people. And if you getting off on stuff like that, putting down people because they did something in their past that wasn't all that great, then you an idiot. You an idiot. Were you even back there during them days when the government brought that shit into the black community in the first place? Do you understand how many people lost their lives back then because the government brought that mess into the community to decimate the black community? But see, you ain't looking at that. You looking at, oh, you did this, you did that back then. Get a grip, boo-boo. Get a grip. Even if you are still here, get a grip on that too. Now, if you want to stick around, you might learn something. Take several seats, sit your ass down, and shut up, and you might learn something. Grow up. Now, as I was saying, I had time for this nonsense. I ain't got time for this kind of nonsense. This heifer ain't never showed up in this chat before. Now all of a sudden she want to tiptoe her ass up in here and ask me some stupid shit about the 80s. Get the hell up out of here. Anyway, speaking of psychosis and how YouTube and social media causes people to lose their damn minds. That's a perfect example right there. Keyboard gangsters. Keyboard gangsters ain't got nothing better to do with their time than to throw rocks and hide their hand. And ain't helping nobody. You're just entertaining yourself. Yeah, stay behind the bushes, Luna. Sit back and watch. You might just learn something. Get yourself checked out. You got a mental issue somewhere in there. Anyway, let me get back to Nick. Nick Reiner. Apparently, we all know the situation with him and his parents. He's being charged with unaliving his parents. Very vicious act on the surface. However, we do know that he suffered from mental illness as well as substance abuse. Now, just because you have a substance abuse problem does not make you a villain. Some people turn to substance abuse because they can't control their issues they have. And sometimes they self-medicate. In his case, he was doing a little bit of both. So it's pretty much been deciphered that Nick will probably be pleading not guilty due to insanity. And here's the reason, according to TMZ, and I agree, because we've been talking about this week. Black bloc. I hear you, Lorraine. But Nick Reiner was under the care of a psychiatrist and was in fact diagnosed as schizophrenic. Point blank, period. And he was receiving meds for this condition, for this particular mental illness. And like I said earlier this week, a lot of these doctors, psychiatrists, doctors, these medical facilities that treat mental illness or drug addiction, that kind of thing, 9 times out of 10, they're throwing meds at people to experiment, especially in the Black community. Especially in the Black community. We see it all the time. Okay? Now, he was not Black, but he did have schizophrenia. He is schizophrenic and has been for many years and has been in and out of treatment centers. But those treatment centers were treating the rug addiction and not the psychosis. There's 2 different issues we're talking about here. Excuse me. So apparently Nick Reiner was under the care of a psychiatrist and was in fact diagnosed with schizophrenia. And he was receiving meds for this condition. But in the month before the murking, his behavior had become quite erratic and dangerous. Okay, follow me on this. He went into a few Los Angeles rehab facilities for addiction in the time before those murkings took place. And one in particular specialized in treating mental illness. So we've got two different types of facilities. One facility treats the addiction, but here we have another facility, which was a rehab facility that also specialized in mental illness. And I think, unfortunately, this could have been addressed a long time ago. He was 32 years old, in and out of rehab since he was 17, 18 years old. So, in the 3 to 4 weeks leading up to the murders, Nick's meds were changed. Now, didn't we talk about this the other night when I was telling you about my son? My son came to me. Now, he was diagnosed as bipolar. And they put him on these meds right off the bat. Gave him a couple of meds and say, try these. He came to me and says, Mom, I can't function. I can't function. I can't function. And I believe that was the case with well, he was able to function, but what it did was it had a drastic effect on his behavior. Hold on just a second. So it had a very drastic impact on his behavior. So he was the 3 to 4 weeks leading up to the murders, Nick's meds were changed by this facility that specialized in treating mental illness because of his growing erratic and dangerous behavior. So he already had dangerous behavior, and they changed his meds to address that behavior. And in essence, what had happened was, by changing his meds, they made it worse. Okay? But when the medication was changed, it wasn't right. It only exacerbated his already dangerous and erratic behavior even more. So doctors tried adjusting his meds. That's what they do. If something doesn't work, let's try something else. Let's adjust the dosage. Let's change this. Let's change that. But you're not always addressing the bottom issue. So when they adjusted his meds, it didn't work. It wasn't working. His behavior continued to escalate. Yeah. One of those slick ones, the ones that are very, they treat people with a lot of money. And sometimes it ain't the money. Hold on just a second. My notes are falling down. Sometimes it ain't your resources that's going to get you out of a bind, as we very well have seen with this. So now on top of all that, Nick was abusing illegal substances. On top of all that, his psychosis is out of control. And he then is also dealing with other substances that are definitely adding fuel to the fire, so to speak. And because he's in a sense, he's on these drugs, and then he uses these other drugs to balance things out, and he's self-medicating. It only worsened his schizophrenia. So a professional source to TMZ with direct knowledge of this spoke with TMZ and said that because of all this, Nick was out of his head at the time of when he, killed his parents. So basically, with all that said, chances are that the prosecution will not contest a plea of not guilty by reason of insanity. Exactly, Sloan. He was on H. You'd be surprised what people going through mental illnesses do to cope, because the meds that the doctors put them on don't always help. You got to remember, the pharmaceutical business is a multi-billion dollar industry. It's all about the money with them, not necessarily helping people. But let us see how many doctors we can get to go and try these new pharmaceuticals out on guinea pigs called patients. So based on what we know at this point, it's safe to say that this case is not guilty by reason of insanity, because these circumstances are important to note where his head was at the time that he deleted his parents, because professionals say that he was literally out of his head, way out of his head, exactly discerning, hallucinating and hearing voices. Yes. To prove this, they have to be able to show that there was a mental disease, which we all know. Hi, highly sensitive introvert. How are you, sweetie? We have to be able to prove that they have to be able to show that there was a mental disease. And they've shown that. They've shown that the person that committed the act did not understand that their act was legally or morally wrong, or the nature and quality of their act was morally wrong. Okay, highly sensitive, you said, so is it true he's MH? What does MH mean, sweetheart? Can you clarify that with me, sweetie? Now, in my opinion, until you've walked in those shoes, you can't actually say with a shadow of a doubt what is going on in someone's head. You can try to imagine it, but until it's you and your head, until it's you or your head going through them changes of mental illness, all you can do is wonder or imagine. Yes, highly sensitive, yes. He was diagnosed as schizophrenic. You don't know what it's like until you walked in those shoes. And you can get some kind of an understanding if you're close to someone. Like in my case, my youngest son, diagnosed with bipolar disorder. There's bipolar 1 and 2. I can't remember which one is worse, but he had the worst of the two. I'll put it like that. And from a parent's standpoint, that's the hardest thing, to stand by and watch your child go through. And I know you guys don't want me to rehash this all over again. Y'all don't want me to rehash this all over again, and I promise you I won't, because it was too draining for me. It was too much to go over this yesterday. But I just need you guys to understand that, not only is it a mentally ill issue, because my platform, I contribute my content to the platform, or to the people that occupy my platform. And I understand, I know from an African American point of view that African Americans culturally are not treated equally as other demographics. And it's very devastating to the loved ones of that person to stand by helpless, and there's nothing you can really do to get into their head. All you can do is just be that safe zone for them. And from what I understand, from what I can tell with Nick, he was their safe zone. He was living there with them. And they cared so much about him that they took him to the party with them. They didn't feel comfortable leaving him home. They didn't feel comfortable leaving him home. And everybody at that party attested to the fact that he was, ooh, he was not, he was somewhere else. He was acting really out of his head. But one thing is for sure, when it comes down to the treatment of the Black community in mental illness, number one, we have a stigma in our culture that tends to want to look away or look elsewhere when there's a loved one in our family that might be suffering from mental illness. And I'm talking about back in the day now. I remember back in the day when, you know, there might be a family member of a friend of mine or somebody that y'all might have known, and they had a cousin or an uncle in the back room. Matter of fact, perfect example, that movie Soul Food. Put a 1 in the chat if you remember the movie Soul Food. It's a classic movie. Vivica Fox was in it, Vanessa Williams, all of these great actors and actresses that were in this movie. But it showed us a picture of Black culture, our everyday Black culture that a lot of other cultures do not identify with. And it was taboo to have someone in your family that wasn't quite right. You know what I'm saying? You just didn't talk about them. Yes, Sloan. And the thing is that, again, back in those days, we didn't have the illicit things that they have available to them now. Meth was not we never heard of meth back then. We never heard of it. But it's a popular thing now. We didn't even have, back in the 70s, had anybody heard of crack back then? Hey, Luna, are you still here? Did you hear crack back in the 70s? Yeah, uppers. But time has evolved, and illicit drugs have evolved to the point where they're getting worse and worse and worse and worse. Okay? So it's disheartening to see how the Black culture is treated somewhat differently. Number one, because of the understanding from other demographics. They have no concept of what our culture, our practices were in the Black family, the demographics in the Black family. So basically what that does is it causes a further divide from the patient and the medical profession, especially if the professional is unfamiliar with cultural practices and tendencies. So that's why I always recommend that African American psychiatric patients should try their hardest, try their damnedest to find an African American professional who will be relatable and knowledgeable of the cultural background as a whole. That would be my suggestion. Because some things we don't hear us doing. One thing is for sure, and I might be wrong, but I don't hear about us unaliving our parents often, if ever. I'm sure it's happened, but we don't see that as a standard. We really don't. So, but with all that said, it led me to really think about social media. Hello, Benjamin. How are you, sweetie? It led me to really kind of ponder how social media plays a role in mental illness, because we're hearing more and more about mental illness as time moves on, as technology moves on, and just how the world is moving on. Mental illness is more prevalent now than ever. At least it's talked about more. And I can't help but believe that social media is a big contributing factor to mental health or problems in mental health. Hold on a second. I got this from the UCLA Health website, where it says social media reinforces delusions. It's making schizophrenia harder to treat. Social media reinforces delusions. It's making schizophrenia hard to treat. A person who develops delusional thoughts may find confirmation of these thoughts online. This is dangerous. Very dangerous. It says here, I have been running a day treatment program for individuals with schizophrenia for nearly 7 years. Schizophrenia is an often life-altering psychiatric condition that is characterized by profound changes in cognition, perception, and emotional expression. Among the core symptoms are delusional thoughts, currently defined by the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, or DSM-5, as fixed beliefs that are not amendable to change in light of conflicting evidence. To try to determine the extent to which my patients feel monitored, persecuted, or invaded, I ask them variations on the same questions each week. Over the past several years, as the insidious impact of the digital world on the psyche has become more obvious to me, I have had to modify my questions to reflect our current reality. Times are changing. Are you able to use the internet? Do you avoid it for any reason? Hi, Doodle Bird. No, you're not too late, love. Have you changed your cell phone number or replaced your mobile device over the past year? Do you receive strange messages through social media? Are famous people posting about you? Are there any online conspiracies that are targeting you? These are questions that this individual is asking. The first reported case of systematized delusions involving the internet was published in 1997. It contained a description of a Mr. D who was brought to the hospital because he believed that his life was controlled by the internet. I heard about this a long time ago, not necessarily this case, but it was said back in, maybe 10, 15 years ago, the internet can control your mind. And people kind of go, oh girl, you tripping. But now fast forward, and we're starting to see it manifest. He spent long intervals on the computer and had become concerned that he was seeing evidence of double talk in what he read, and that a neighbor was putting information about his life online. Reading the tale of Mr. D now is like peering through a long, narrow tunnel back to the retrospectively quaint last decade of the 20th century. He is patient zero, the first in what is now a large and growing body of literature documenting delusions involving the internet and supporting technologies. This is unsurprising given the decades of research showing how emerging cultural, social, and political themes, the rise of rock and roll, the fall of the Berlin Wall, North Korea's development of nuclear weapons, repeatedly become incorporated into delusional frameworks. A person who develops delusional thoughts may find confirmation of these thoughts online. Now, people get some crazy thoughts out there, but if you dig deep enough, you'll start finding things on here, articles, opinions, to justify what you're already thinking. A person who develops delusional thoughts may find confirmation of these thoughts online. If you believe that I am being secretly recruited by the Central Intelligence Agency, I may then determine that unsolicited marketing emails are in fact coded messages. If I believe my neighbors are plotting against me, I may start to suspect they have hacked my Wi-Fi network. Conversely, the internet can serve as a source of a delusional framework. I may begin to see that celebrities on my social media feed are publishing posts that seem created just for me, leading me to believe that I have special powers. This is the delusion that social media can plant in people that are already dealing with mental psychosis. An advertisement that appears in my search engine results may have been placed there by a government agency. We hear this a lot. This is a side note. Don't we hear JAG talk about stuff like this? The feds, the feds, the feds. That's a form of this. Now, I'm not saying JAG is crazy, and I'm not saying she's not crazy. But I'm using this as an example. More and more I find myself twisting into cognitive and linguistic pretzels, trying to help my patients and myself determine where we draw the line between psychosis and reality. In response to my query about whether he uses the internet, one patient responded, "Do I use the internet or does the internet use me?" Well, there is truth in both statements, and one would need a more sophisticated knowledge of government and corporate monitoring, surveillance capitalism, and artificial intelligence to determine the extent to which we humans still retain our agency over computers. When we're discussing social media platforms and my patients tell me that the algorithm is hacked, I cannot help but agree. Yes, it is true. Your phone is listening to you. The camera on your laptop is watching you, and the advertisements you see online are predicting what you will buy and the websites you will want to browse. I have met patients who have fallen deeply down the rabbit hole of online conspiracy theories. Here we go with the conspiracy theories. This is a form of psychosis. And eventually these theories bleed into our non-virtual lives and cause them to take actions they otherwise would not have taken. I try to help them return to regular life with a job and relationships that are not based on a digital platform. This is where people need to push away. I've seen so many people online, seems like 24 hours a day. I go to bed at night, I leave my TV on, okay? I leave my TV on. It's usually on YouTube. And on numerous occasions, I've woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning and somebody might be on a live. That person is on a live stream. There's a person on a live stream that I saw on an earlier live stream the day before at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. What, do you sleep? Do you work? Are you in live chats all day long? Is this what we're doing? Sometimes you got to push away. You got to push away for your own sake, for your own mental sake. Psychiatrists used to distinguish between delusions that were bizarre or impossible and those that were non-bizarre or possible but false. The DMS-5 no longer makes this distinction, in part because people do not reliably agree with each other when it comes to determining what is possible or impossible. As our technology advances at an astonishing pace, what was unthinkable yesterday may in fact be plausible today. Defining a delusion as a belief that is not amendable to change in light of conflicting evidence requires that we have shared understanding of what is truth and how it is determined. As the internet makes our collective truth harder and harder to define, I find myself increasingly lost in the shifting boundary between my patient's reality and my own. This person was literally trying to come to grips with whether were they crazy or was I crazy. That's how powerful that this internet has gotten. Social media has gotten. Wow. That's all I can say about that. We got to be careful how we consume internet information, how we decipher it, how we incorporate it into our everyday lives. Because, if you look at your life today opposed to 15 years ago, chances are you wasn't on the internet every day. I know I wasn't. I ain't gonna lie. YouTube, my experience here on YouTube has been one of the most mind-blowing things I have ever experienced in my life. I've seen people get on here and go battling. I've been in it. I've done it myself. Battling with a complete stranger I ain't never met before in my life. That's the power of the internet. And you can easily walk right into it blind, not knowing that this could be the actual impact. Thank you, Lawanda. Y'all hit the like button. I'm gonna start leaning on y'all about that like button. Because shoot, when my lives are over and I have like 3-4 likes or 10 likes and there's 45 people in there, come on, y'all. It's free. It's free. I'm not begging for money on here. I don't get on here and ask for donations. I'll take them, but I'm not sitting on here asking people all day or all live stream, please donate. Please donate. Please donate. Because that's not what I came here for. It's good. It's nice. It's a good thing to do to support your content creators. Because it is a lot of work. But I get so inundated with what I'm doing here that I forget, that, yeah, I could take donations, but I don't think about that. But I do think at least do something that you can do for free. It don't cost a thing. That's true, Mr. Phillips. People still text and drive. Oh my goodness, it's true. Sloan Jackson said that the internet is like the wild, wild west. It is. It's just like the wild, wild west. And you find people doing things on the internet that they would never do in real life. You see people going toe to toe with people because they're behind a screen, going toe to toe with people, faceless keyboard gangsters. It empowers people to say what they want to say, without any repercussions. Benjamin says, crazy man asked for donations practically every day. Yes. Well, there's several of those on YouTube. Several crazy men. But I think I know which one you're talking about. But, it's something to really take into consideration that sometimes it's good to just walk away for a little bit. I'm not saying for good, but it's a healthy thing to do, to take inventory on your mental health and take inventory on what you're allowing the internet to dictate to you in terms of your life, your time. You may have a full-time job and you've gotten so into YouTube that you find yourself taking off work early just so you can get started on your YouTube channel or your live stream or whatever. This is the kind of thing. It starts out like that. And the next thing you know, YouTube or any other social platform that you may be on has taken over what you used to have as a priority in life, like your job or going to church. I'm not going to go to church this Sunday because I need to, I'm going to go live at such and such a time. Exactly. Don't let it consume you. Because that's the trick of the devil. And then we've got the issue about substance abuse. Substance abuse and mental illness. That's an awful mix. That's an awful mix. Dangerous mix, as we've already seen with Nick. Now, this is according to Columbia University Department of Psychiatry. Substance abuse or substance use disorder and mental illness often go hand in hand. Both must be addressed. For individuals attempting to overcome a drug or alcohol disorder, recovery is not always linear. When a substance use concern coexists with a mental health condition, treatment may prove more complex. We witnessed that with Nick. This is why it's a pretty good, you can pretty much say, he's gonna get off with not guilty by reason of insanity, because both of these apply to him. Both of these things. He was not in his right mind, and by the doctor changing up his meds, it made him worse. It made him worse. And no dollar amount that you may have, you can have all the resources you want, but these doctors are playing hit and miss, because every individual is different, but they experiment They experiment. Let's see what this one does to him. And let's see if we take this away and give him this. And then we'll cut the dosage on this one. They play musical chairs with pharmaceuticals. They do that. I know this to be true. They did it to my son. They did that to my son. They put him on they put him on two things, took him off of one thing, substituted it with another thing, and finally he said, you know what, fuck it, I can't deal with this. Pass me a blunt. The day he said, no more of those drugs, and sorry YouTube, I'm just gonna have to say it, shoot. When he walked away from those pharmaceuticals that the doctors gave him and started smoking, his life got so much more easier. He was able to raise 2 boys, work a job, have a relationship, exactly due to Bird. Exactly, Millionaires Code. It's all about the Benjamins, baby. Wait a minute, Benjamin, what are you talking about? Did you block me, Mickey? Did I do anything offensive? I'm more than polite. What's going on? What are you talking about? I haven't blocked you. Why do you say that? I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about, love. If I can see you, can anybody else see Benjamin in the chat? Benjamin, oh wait, someone blocked me on my other name. I never blocked you, sweetheart. No. But you know what? YouTube be tripping, I ain't gonna lie. I've had so many people say, oh, did you block me? No. And I've gone straight through my studio looking for their name specifically, and you're not on the list. You wouldn't be the first, and you're not going to be the last. I did not block you, sweetheart. Yes, we do, Benjamin. You can't see him, LaWanda? Okay, Benjamin, first of all, you're in the vertical live stream. It appears as though LaWanda is in the portrait live stream. So that might be why you can't see him, LaWanda. That might be the case. If you're in the like iPhone screen, yes, he shows up in the other live. So he's showing up in one live and not both of them. This whole StreamYard thing is I really wish that they would fix that to where no matter which platform you're on, you should be able to see everybody in both chats, because there's 2 chats. Okay, Benjamin. Well, I see you where you are now. I can see you. Okay, hold on, Robbie. Let me see what you're talking about. Auntie Mickey, refrain from using AI in your thumbnails. It is very unbecoming and quite inappropriate, considering the subject matter. What do you mean inappropriate, love? What do you mean unbecoming and quite inappropriate? Did it offend you, Robbie? I'm not tripping. I need some clarification. I hope they do fix it, Millionaires Code. But Robbie, tell me what do you mean by AI in my thumbnails? What about everybody pretty much uses AI in their thumbnails, so I'm not sure what you mean by that, love. Oh, don't block him. It's a legitimate, statement. I just want clarification. Barbara, it's okay, honey. It's okay. Okay, Benjamin, you go ahead and try that out. Well, Robbie doesn't seem to have an answer, but I appreciate your input, sir. Thank you so much. But anyway, where was I? For individuals attempting to overcome a drug or alcohol disorder, recovery is not always linear. When a substance use concern coexists with a mental health condition, treatment may prove more complex. Nearly half of people who have a serious psychiatric illness also have a co-occurring substance use disorder, according to the 2022 National Survey on Drug Use and Health. In 2021, 46.3 million people aged 12 and older, or 16.5% of the population, reported a substance use disorder in the past year, while nearly 19.4 million had both a substance use disorder and mental health condition, such as depression, acute anxiety, or bipolar disorder. That's a very toxic combination to have both. Elizabeth Evans, MD, Medical Director of Smithers Center at Columbia University Irving Medical Center, which provides evidence-based care to individuals seeking treatment for substance use disorders and those with co-occurring mental health conditions, explains that co-occurring disorders can be complex and bidirectional. Hold on. Individuals with co-occurring concerns often need specialized treatment that can appreciate the complexity and nuance of an integrated approach to treatment, said Dr. Evans, a board-certified addiction psychiatrist. Substance use can worsen the course of other mental health conditions, and untreated mental health concerns can increase the vulnerability to high-risk substance use or developing a substance use disorder, she added. When both conditions are treated simultaneously, the chances of success recovery improve. Yeah, I see you, Piri. I see you in the chat. So you're definitely not blocked. So pretty much what this is saying is that when you treat both simultaneously, you'll get better results. And chances are with Nick, it was one or the other, one or the other, one or the other. They were just kind of, it's like double Dutch, jumping from one side of the rope to the other and never just jumping together. You see what I'm saying? So the Smithers Center offers a multidisciplinary treatment approach for adults experiencing co-occurring mental health and substance use disorders. The co-occurring recovery program is a 12-week group-based program which runs 3 evenings per week and is intended for individuals seeking outpatient support for comorbid concerns. So that's pretty. I mean, we're not going to go off into this entire thing, but it proves that you have to have more than a balance. You have to address both issues simultaneously in order to nip everything as much as you can in the bud. Some things can only be softened take the edge off. When you got the substance abuse and you've got the medication for the treatment of the mental illness, those are going to clash. Millionaire's Cove said my friend's son would have voices in his head and he would begin talking to himself and answering and actually act upon what he thought his mind was telling him. It was heartbreaking. That shit's real. That stuff is real. Absolutely. Is Nick still truly responsible for what he did? Yes, he owes a debt to society and he will likely be observed for the rest of his life. But should he truly be treated like a criminal if he wasn't well? Well, that's just it. His debt to society will have to consist of treatment and not in a prison. He's gonna, if he goes for the not guilty by reason of insanity, that's beyond his control. He cannot control that. But now he does have to pay a price. It's unfortunate that he had to go to this length basically to get the real help he needs. It cost his parents' life. That's what all this boils down to. He did what he did. Yes, people will step back and say, oh, he was using illegal substances. Well, if you're an average individual that doesn't have mental issues, yes, that you're responsible for that. You're making a conscious decision to use illegal substances to have fun or whatever until it turns into an addiction, and then you really need it just to feel normal. But when in this particular case, and I'm only speculating, I honestly believe that he started taking those illegal substances to do what the other drugs that they were giving him weren't doing for him, if that makes any sense. And again, I'll go back to my son as an example. They had him on pharmaceuticals. Just because they're legal does not make them good for you. Just because they give them to you or prescribe them to you does not always mean it's the best thing for you. And in the case of my son, it was not the best thing for him. It was a big detriment to him, to his lifestyle, his ability to function as a human being. And he had to walk away from the prescribed medication that the doctors, the professionals, prescribed for him. Why? Because they're playing around to see what works. They introduce new drugs into the system to see if they can sell enough to treat an issue. Risperdal. Has anyone heard of the pharmaceutical Risperdal? That's what they prescribed for my son. First thing they prescribed for him, in addition to Depakote, those two, Risperdal and Depakote, and he was not functioning. He could not function, and we went to the doctor, and the doctor says, "Well, here, let's stop this, and we'll put you on this." Just like that, boom. We'll stop this one and put you on this one. Boom. Risperdal, years later, this is how new that pharmaceutical was when they gave it to my son. That's why I know that they experiment. These pharmaceutical companies go from doctor to doctor to doctor to doctor and give them samples and say, here, try this on your patient. Here, try that on your patient. See if that works on your patients. You see what I'm saying? It's a moneymaker. Handing out free samples. Free samples. Risperdal, brand new on the market. They give it to a 19-year-old boy who just had his first episode from bipolar. Absolutely. Absolutely, Benjamin. They put that boy on that Risperdal. It didn't work. He walked away from it. He started, actually, they took him off the Risperdal and put him on lithium and Depakote. Still couldn't function. He said, F it, pass me a blunt, roll me a blunt. Roll me a blunt. That boy hadn't been so happy in terms of have some sense of normalcy since he was checked into the mental hospital the first time. When he had his first psychotic break, we had to have him hospitalized that weekend. Y'all don't understand. This shit it's real. And as a parent, you see your child literally morphing into what used to be a laid-back young man, and suddenly he is literally walking around intimidating and looking scary and can't be still and saying crazy things. 14 hours I watched him morph into somebody I didn't understand or recognize. Absolutely millionaire's gold. And all they did was throw a pill at him and say, here, try this. And years later, we're watching TV and one of them commercials come on. Do you have a son in between the ages of this and this that took Risperdal back in such and such a time? If so, and your son grew breasts, you may be eligible to participate in a class action suit. Don't tell me they don't experiment on our children, especially our black children. It's easier to sell it to them, or it's easier to pass that off to them. They didn't even consider other medications. Here, just give them this. Would you have done that if Becky and Ken came in with their son Skippy? Nope. So I'm going to say what I'm going to say, and I'm going to stand by what I say. I know what I'm talking about. I've lived it. But I hope that young man gets the treatment he really, really needs. But somebody dropped the ball on him. Yeah, Skippy. Skippy. And Ken and Barbie. So anyway, but here's another issue that we have as well. And then after this, I swear I'll let y'all go because I gotta go to the airport. There's also the issue of the cyberbullying, and I think we talked about that yesterday as well. But this is another context that we're going to look at. I went into Google and I asked how social media can mask and create false identities. And it says cyberbullying and harassment. That's number one. Anonymity facilitates online abuse, hate speech, and the sharing of non-consensual intimate imagery. Now that's illegal. as perpetrators feel shielded from accountability. Misinformation campaigns. Coordinated efforts use networks of fake profiles and bots to spread propaganda, conspiracy theories, and divisive commentary on a massive scale. This is the kind of thing that contributes to your mental breaking down as a result of social platforms. The role of social media platforms. The architecture of social media, which often prioritize user growth over robust identity verification, has historically enabled the proliferation of these false identities. In other words, social media platforms has made it easy for people to come in here perpetrating to be something that they're not. While many platforms are now working to improve account verification and remove inauthentic users, the ease of creating new accounts remains a significant challenge. So, in essence, social media facilitates the masking and creation of false identities by offering tools for anonymity, enabling the careful curation of personas that diverge from real life, and providing a platform for malicious actors to execute fraud and abuse. People can come in here wearing a mask, pretty much. They're living in a different world. They can live a different life online. And after a while, they start believing that. Doodlebird said they did that to my grandson and we are white. So I don't know. And I'm not saying that they only do it to black folks. I'm just saying that they have a tendency to do it more so. It's hard for me to explain that to you, Doodlebird, because they're guilty of doing it to all demographics. But there's a tendency on a more global scale, I'll put it like that, when it comes down to cultural things within the culture that end up going by the wayside, if that makes any sense. And that may not have made any sense either. But anyway, yes, it can, Sloan. Social media can also create echo chambers. Well, Auntie, have a safe night. I gotta go. I might go to the casino tonight. I'm so jealous, Mr. Phillips. I want to go to the casino, but I'm stuck. We have flooding, and the highway to the casino is flooded. So I'm gonna sit here at home. I'm just gonna go pick up my son from the airport, him and his wife, and that's in the other highway. I can take I-5, but I can't take the other one. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end this live because I really do have to. I have to get out of here and pick up my son and daughter-in-law. And they're going to be here until the new year begins. So I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Hopefully I will see you over the weekend if I'm lucky. If I'm lucky, maybe I can go to the casino too. Can you address body dysmorphia with the self-unaliving of Mary Magdalena? She had tattoos all over her body, including her eyes. No responsible doctor or tattoos artist should have worked on her. Oh my goodness, Benjamin, do you have my email address? Can you email that to me? Because I really would like to look into that. I will definitely look into that, Piri, and if you can email that to me, I'd really appreciate it. Okay, you guys, I'm going to tap out. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I love you guys. I enjoyed having you this evening. I hope that what we talked about might have helped somebody or helped somebody that you might know. You know, you had it? Okay. Discerning 8, can you put my email address in the chat? I'd appreciate it. In the meantime, and in between time, I'm going to go ahead and check out, and I will see you maybe over the weekend on the other channel. Okay. So you guys have a blessed evening. I love you guys. You take care, and God bless you. Okay, she's not in here, so don't worry about it. I'm going to start looking in. I'm going to look it up, Piri, and I'll talk about it next week. Love you guys. Take
Hey there, my kinfolk, thanks for stopping by. Auntie Mickey's house, where we reach for the sky. Every comment and smile, you make my heart glow. Together we're strong, together we grow. From gossip to politics, we cover it all. Sharing laughs and thoughts, having a ball. Your support means everything that I know. Feels like family here in this sweet show. So let's keep it flowing, keep the love alive. Every moment together makes me thrive. You're more than viewers, you're my kinfolk. You see, my gratitude runs deep as the sea. Thank you for being here, for sharing your time with each comment, with each rhyme. You're my kinfolk, my family, my crew. So much love to all of you. Turn up the camera, let's make it bright. Your support lifts me up, takes flight.